your sponsors. They have a custom rod over there made by Mean Mouth Custom Rods that is donated over there. And Curtis Perez, a good fishing buddy of mine, builds those right here in the United States, right here in Clinton, Tennessee. And they're going to take some $5 donations on those for a raffle. And that'll be a good cause. That'll help offset some of the money over there, sending those kids to that tournament over there. So, but that's a big one. It's that tournament over there is sponsored by Abu Garcia and Academy Sports. So that's quite an accomplishment for those Clinton High School kids there.
Yeah, it surely is. That sounds good. And maybe we can get hooked up with them here and get them on the show one night.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Sounds good. We're really tickled to death for the Clinton High School Bass Club and wish them all the luck here on the 13th, 11th through the 13th, I think you said.
That's right. That's right.
And just hopefully they can come in there on top.
I hope so. I hope so.
Hey, we got some good fishermen in this area. We always have, and we got some young people that's carrying the ball.
That's right. And even Bill at 93, he can still catch those smallmouth. I watched your video, and he can put them in the boat.
He can catch them. We wore him out the other week with his shoulder and stuff, but talked with him this afternoon, and he's ready. He's ready to go back.
It's always a pleasure to see you guys out there like that. I know that's that nighttime fishing is tough, and he's got the skill and the stamina to stay right with you guys and put them in the boat.
He definitely has that. That gentleman that just left here asked me if the fish were biting off camera there, and I said, yeah. He said, what about this heat and this hot weather? I said, we do the smart thing and put in just about dark, and by 10 o'clock it's cool enough that we can stay all night and catch them.
Steve, that's a lot smarter than what I done this past Tuesday. I tried to get you a little bit of video, and I've got a little bit there coming up, but it was very, very hot. But like you always say on your show, you got to get off the couch if you're going to catch them.
You can't catch them on the couch. That's a fact. Jeff, it sure is.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's see. Want to say hello to Bill. I know he's watching. Charlie Irwin, I know he's watching. Ray Bryant, Ed Gall, all you people that watch us every week. We just thank the goodness for you, and it's always like we've told you before. We pull in the gas station, or Mike's always got to have something to eat, going or coming. So we run into a lot of people say, "Hey, you're the fishing show." Yeah, it's us.
That's right. I get the same thing. They ask me about you if I'm at Walmart. I live in the Clinton area, and they'll say, "Well, how's Mike and Steve doing?" And I know exactly who they're asking about. About you guys.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate that, and I guess after, I don't know how long, I guess it's probably close to 12 years now. Maybe, I know that back in the back there, studio with Chandler, and they'll come up with a time frame here. I know we've been doing it for a while, 10 years at least, and we're just happy to be here. It's
a great show, and it's very informative. I know you guys have got lots of viewers, including me and our family and a lot of my friends, but you guys put out some good information. You talk about all the lakes, and a lot of people really appreciate what you and Mike do every week out there at 8 o'clock, and everybody's tuning in. You got a lot of viewers out there.
Well, that's always good to hear. It surely is. We love doing what we're doing, and hopefully we can continue on here for a little while longer. I don't know, Mike, he's getting a little hard of hearing. I don't know. We're going to have to, he can't hear him break water. I said, Mike, jumping out there. Well, I didn't hear me. No, I'm just kidding. He's always ready to roll, Mike is. All righty. Tell you what we'll do. Let's get your video up there and then come back and talk about it a little bit.
That sounds good. There'll probably be more talking than there will be playing on the video. Again, Steve, I tried. It was a hot day, but I got you some pretty good information out there, and catch a few fish, one pretty good smallmouth, and I talk a little bit about tying some leaders onto my braided line on there, and we talk a little bit about the life jackets. You got the 4th of July. Yeah, and when everybody needs to be safe. So,
all right, let's do it. Chandler, you ready? All right, man, do your thing.
folks, I'm Jeff Parrott, and welcome to a little episode that I'm going to film for Let's Go Fishing with Steve and Mike. So it is a Tuesday morning here in the last week of the month of June 2022. As you can see, I'm on Milton Hill, and hopefully I can go catch a few bass this morning before the heat gets up. It's going to be another hot summer day right here in East Tennessee. So come on along and let's see if we can get some bass caught. We're going to try a couple different methods. We're going to do a little wacky worm. May throw a whopper popper, and I may throw a popper, maybe a spinnerbait. Might even throw a frog if we can find some mats out there somewhere. So got my life jacket on, and we'll get some more information on this here later in the video. So let's go fishing. All right, folks, I'm getting started right off the bat. Deep water access. There should be some fish in here. And I hook up here with a little small bass. It wasn't very big, but anyway, got off. So it showed a little bit of promise on this old hot summer day. All right, folks, this next one here was pretty good fish, but I broke off on this one, and it was totally my fault because I'd left this old line on there too long. I should have changed it out. And I'll show you later on in the clip how to tie up a nice leader line. Oh, you got me. You got me. All right, folks, I'm going to throw the popper. That's a real good lure for this time of the year, and especially in the morning. And it looks like I hook up with something here. I thought it was a bass, but it turned out to be a really fighter for a bluegill. You know, if those fish were any bigger, you could just think of the fight you would have if they were 12, 14 inches long. But this little fella here, he gave me a fit, and they are a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun to catch, and they could sure put up a fight. And this one here was no exception. Oh, I don't know. Must be the day for bluegill or something. No, it's just what is that? Yeah, a little bluegill. I tell you what, we ain't doing too good right now on. Should use you as bait. All right, folks, it's getting hot out here, and I am covered up with my new hoodie and buff combination shirt. If you get a chance, you ought to go out and get you one of those. Especially you older guys out there. Our skin gets a little thin as we get older. All right, folks, it's a pretty decent fish right here. It's a smallmouth, pretty good fighter. He didn't have a whole lot of weight to him, but you'll see here in just a few minutes when I get him in the reason why. He was kind of long and skinny, kind of thin. Pretty decent smallmouth. Pretty decent, but he's real thin, very thin. So I'll let you go. All right, folks, here's a good close-up picture of this fish. He's a little bit thin, almost post-spawn looking. I know it's late June, but this fish was sure thin. Should have been a lot bigger. All right, folks, I just want to go over real quickly what I used today, which was just about 3 lures. I used the banded 200 series. That's kind of my go-to plug, and I know it's not a good time to do that when the water temperature is 83 degrees on the surface and the ambient temperature out here is probably in the high 80s. But that's okay. I caught some, I think I caught that stripe, and I think there was maybe a couple bluegill or something in there that I may have hooked up with. But the smallmouth I caught was pretty good size. He was a little bit thin, as you've seen on the video. Caught it on a wacky worm rig, and that's the Gary Yakamoto. It was probably the green pumpkin with the black flake. Those were the little 4-inch finesse worms, and I use those quite a bit in the summertime. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there to give you a chance to get an idea of what I was fishing with today, and let's get back on it and catch some more fish. All right, guys, let's take a quick little break from the video, and I'm going to show you how I rig my wacky worm set up here with a braided line going to the fluorocarbon as a leader. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get your braided line out here, and you're going to take your leader and you're going to lay it right in there with it. Lay them both together. You take your braided line and you put a loop in it. And with the loop, you want to go through this loop right here at least 6 times. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and you want to goober this thing a little bit, wet it, and pull it too. Okay, that's one side. Now the other side, you just move this over to the other side, and you do the same thing with your fluorocarbon. This time, you make your loop, hold it with your thumb, and then you go in 6 times. At least 6 times. It depends on the size of your line. I use a number 8 fluorocarbon with a number 15 braided line. So I'm going to make 6 here. I think that's 3. You also need 2X glasses here to do this if you're my age. There's 4, 5, and let's go 1 more. Okay. Pull that through. Wet it, goober it, however you want to call it. Pull those tight. Now, here comes the magic part. Wet those and then pull these together. As you can see, they'll just come right together. And then you got 2 tag ends. Take your scissors, you cut off just a little bit, 1/16 of an inch maybe will be okay, of your fluorocarbon. Then grab your braided line and do the same thing. Quick cut of that. And right there you got it, folks. That right there will not come apart unless a fish breaks it. That will hold you on any of your finesse fishing around here in East Tennessee. That's how you do that. Okay, folks, now that we've got our leader tied to our braided line, we want to put a 1/0. I use a 1/0 hook, and this is a wacky worm style hook. You start the fluorocarbon through one side, and then you bring it right back out the same way you went in. And there we go. And pull this and get you a little bit of line out of there. Get you, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches or more, 8. And then you hold these two together in your finger. And then what you want to do here is you want to make a loop and hold that as well. I like to take my little finger, stick it in the hook, and then I go around 3 times, 2, 3, and then bring it through this loop here, and then put your finger in there, wet this down, goober it, and pull it to, and pull it all the way down to the hook. I've watched Shaw Grisby do this on YouTube, and I'll tell you what, it will definitely hold when you get it on there and get everything cinched down right there. Now what you're going to have, you're going to have 2 tag ends. You're going to have a double tag end here. You clip that, and the other tag end right here. And there you go. You've got a good strong hook. Take your weedless, pull that back, and grab you a worm, which I was using today in the video. Go about halfway, go in the middle of it, put it on there, put your weedless back, and there you go, folks. You have a wacky style finesse worm, and that's what we are catching these fish on today. Hey folks, earlier in the video I'd mentioned that I'd come back and I'd talk a little bit about my life jacket. You can see I'm by myself today, and it's very, very hot. It's again, it is June the 28th, 2022. Now next week will be the 4th of July weekend. So what I want to emphasize here just for a second or two is the use of your life jacket. Now this particular one that I've got is kind of a high-end jacket. It is automatic if I fall in out here on the lake, or I can grab this cord here and I can open it up if I'm conscious and need to do that. But when you're out by yourself, wear your life jacket. I know Mike and Steve always emphasize that on this show, so they're telling you the right thing. Especially if you're by yourself. Now, if I have a buddy with me, not always, I won't always wear it, but I'll have somebody here to get me out of the water or get them out of the water if they need it as well. So anyway, be safe and wear that PFD, whichever one you choose. I know that most of the boats, there are requirements to have them. This particular boat is required to have 1 wearable per person and 1 throwable, which is the boat cushion itself. So anyway, check your regulations, make sure you're good for next week, and keep on watching and tuning in every Thursday night. Steve and Mike have a great fishing show, and I always watch it myself when I'm not out fishing or in a meeting somewhere or doing something else. They have a good show. It's very informative, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to say goodbye, everybody, and tune in again next Thursday. It's every Thursday at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. at night on your local channel here, BBB Communications, and enjoy their show. So long, everybody, and everybody enjoy their time on the water. I'm Jeff Parrott, and we'll see you the next time. Goodbye.
All right, Jeff. Tell us about the
okay, let's
life
talk a little bit
jackets.
about that. Well, the
Yeah.
one that I had on, Steve, this is the Mustang Survival, and you know a lot of your high-speed bass boat folks wear these type jackets, and the reason they do, of course, they've got the clip here for the cutoff switch, but these are activated by pressure. You can wear these in the rain. They get soaked with water. They got to be at least 6 inches under the water before they activate, or they have a manual pull here and, and you can activate it right there. So you probably see a lot of these in some of the bass tournaments and some of your higher end fishermen that are out there.
Yeah.
But that's really a pretty good little jacket. Now, a lot of my kayaking buddies, we get wet. You know, we might roll over or jump in. And so we wear something like this, and these are all Coast Guard approved jackets as well. And these are kind of like the old style. They got the foam in them. You don't have to recharge these, and they'll keep you afloat for sure. And then one other one here that I've got This one's more of a comfort thing. You probably remember the old ski belts that we used to wear as kids.
Yeah.
This is kind of a newer version of that, and it's more for comfort than anything. I don't put a lot of faith in this one on keeping somebody like me or you or Mike up in the water, but it is approved, and it says that you have to have this one on before it's legal to wear. You can't just have this one, sitting around, so you need to strap that one on.
Yeah.
And then a couple of things. I know you guys night fish out there at night, and if you got a life jacket like that, I know you got usually your buddies with you, but if you're by yourself, you can attach some little lights like this on the back of those, and they're back out of your way, and you can see these from a distance. If you get thrown out of the boat, somebody might be able to come to rescue you there. They're nice and bright.
Gadget.
They're handy and less than $20, and that's something that might save your life someday. So.
Right. Yeah.
So, that's something to kind of keep in mind. 4th of July is just next week, and there's going to be a lot of boating going on, Steve.
No doubt. The lakes will be crowded, and, you just got to have your jackets on and having a good time and watch for the other people. I really like that TWRA boating course because there's a lot of things about that, who has the right of way, when and where, and that kind of thing. So it's a good thing. You get online and you can pull that thing up.
It's a good thing. That's right.
And it gives you a lot of good information.
Absolutely. Even for guys our age, it don't hurt us to go in there and just brush up a little bit on it.
You're daggum right.
And
exactly
I know some of the younger kids are required to take some of this now, but when you and I were growing up, they didn't have the internet and a lot of the tools media tools that they got now, but it is a good thing. And read the requirements and find out what's required for your lake and your specific boat, because it will maybe make a difference and could save your life.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's just all good information, and you get on the lake this time of year, especially this weekend. It's crowded. You have a lot of people that's on jet skis.
That's right.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Well,
We could use a little rain.
you can use a little rain. That's a fact.
Steve, thank you very, very much again for allowing me to be a guest on your show with
Good
you
to
and
have
Mike.
you anytime, Jeff.
And,
Welcome anytime.
I appreciate it. I'll say goodbye to everybody out there, and I'll change seats with Mike, and we'll get to watch you guys fish a little bit.
All right. We appreciate you. You're welcome anytime. You know that. Okay, Chandler, how about taking us to a break there, son? Hey, folks, here at Tim's Tires, there's the times that they're open. The day, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturdays. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some four-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want. So keep that in mind. Then here we get into the light truck, automobiles, that kind of thing. So just walk through here and give you a quick look at what they've got in stock here. I mean, it's it's just, I don't know, man. They must be a couple of thousand tires in here right now, if not more. Sizes, shapes. You truckers, you know the word. This is the place to get your tires for your trucks. And these over here, getting a little bigger sizes. Light trucks, heavier automobiles, this kind of thing. And as you can just see back through there, it's just, heck, I don't know, this building's probably about 300 feet, one end to the other, and they're wall to wall. Remember Tim's Tires, folks. That's down here on Highway 27 on your way into Harriman, and get the best deals they're going. So give them a call, price check, whatever you want to, and if you want a special tire that they might not have, you could, they'll definitely get it for you. Tim's Tires. people know what we represent.
That's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TDA sites, the outside contractors. We're just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment, good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, whether it be Barnhard. I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people.
All right, David. I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air, and I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. Was straight on that baitcaster. All right, we're back, folks.
Yeah.
Appreciate Jeff Parrott coming down.
No doubt.
Good info on the.
Good to have you.
Good to have him. Always is.
Anybody else that wants to show up?
Yeah. Okay. Gosh almighty. Jeff Phillips, he must be watching us on TV. He's blowing my phone up.
Well, that's good.
New laws coming in effect. He said July the 1st. We'll get him to call in over here in a minute and he can tell us. Hey, Chandler, how about showing my camera of me and Bill Nichols there to start with? You got in here with me.
Buddy, I'm tickled to death. Old Bill can be able to get in the boat and go with old Steve. I appreciate you very much taking me.
It's always a pleasure, Bill, to be with you. Always a pleasure. Listen, we're going to get started. Let's go fishing. We'll make our first cast or two here and see if we can't get one or two.
Yeah, that's right, old buddy. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, me and you both. All right, we're going to put the camera up and get the fish on the line here.
Yes, sir, old buddy.
All right.
Folks, old Steve done broke the ice here. We ain't been fishing no time. And he's got him a dandy right here, right there.
Yeah.
Old Bill just a holding him up there.
All right,
And I've
Bill.
done missed one myself,
See,
but
yeah.
I'm a looking forward to catching the next one.
All right, buddy. Anytime you get ready, flip him back in the water and we'll
Buddy,
get another.
He's gone.
Yeah, you put him on the right side of the boat, too.
That's right. We don't want him more than these over here.
That's right, old buddy.
All
Folks,
right.
our old Bill is with a fish now. Dang good, but boy, we've missed 4 big fish already.
I mean, had them on and they just jumped off.
Yeah,
Yes,
got
sir.
them here at the boat and they take a run and get off on 'em.
Nice fish too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Sure
well,
is.
That's the first one old Bill's hung tonight and got in the boat, so I'm tickled to death for him.
All right, get him back in the water and let's catch another one or two.
Okay, old buddy,
Dadgummit.
put him over there.
Yeah.
I'm tickled. I'm proud of old Bill here. He's done catch 2
Yeah.
and
yeah.
lost about 2
Two
more.
more.
Boy, I'm tickled to death for him.
We got to stay after him, Bill, that young rascals.
I'm with a fella that I enjoy being with. I really am. And I fished with his daddy many years ago, and we had a good time together.
Yeah,
And
boy.
me and Steve and Mike is having a good time together also.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes,
All right, get him back in. Let's get
Okay,
another
old
one.
buddy. There you go.
Young rascals. Let's see. That's 3 in the boat, and we've had 4 more on
Yeah.
dandies that we couldn't get in the boat.
That's exactly right, old
So
buddy.
we're going to stay at them.
We're going to stay.
There we go. Now,
Now then, old Steve got another good fish here, old buddy.
yeah,
Yes, sir. He might not be all that big, but he sure fights good.
he was pulling like a freight train, Bill.
That's a fact, old buddy.
Sure was pulling like a freight train. Get him in the water and let's catch another one right
But I
quick.
won't put him over here on this side so he won't disturb the rest of them.
It sounds good to me.
That's it.
All right, folks, there we
Okay.
are.
Best one of the night. Old Steve hooked him and put him in the boat.
Yeah.
He big, nice, healthy fish.
Yeah, he is. Ain't nothing wrong with that fish, Bill.
No, sir.
Ain't sure ain't.
Old Billy boy. Old Billy boy just dropped him. He's too strong.
Got him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, old buddy.
Ain't
I
nothing wrong.
hate that I dropped him, but he's a dandy. He's big, fat, nice as.
Yeah, boy. One of them big, fat, slick, but nice.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
old buddy.
All right, let's get another one, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, Billy boy.
Okay, old Steve. I'm a son of a gun. They're strong as they can be, and
Oh, they
I ain't used to holding them.
Yeah. Me neither.
I got a lip lock on him now.
All right, Bill.
Okay.
Good.
Little
good.
large mouth, but he was a crackerjack, buddy. He hit hard, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
He
sir.
sure did. All right, back in the water and just
Back
get
in the
another.
water, old buddy.
Get the
He's
can.
a
Yeah.
good little fat headley fish.
Boy, it is a good one, Bill.
Yeah, that is a good one. He's got a lot of weight on him too, son.
Yeah, buddy. Ain't nothing wrong with that fish. That's
No,
gummy.
that's right, old buddy.
He's a dandy. All right, back in the water and let's get another.
Okay, old buddy.
Shoot. Where's the? There he is, Bill.
Huh?
I said, there he is. I got him now.
Yeah, there's another old Steve caught right here on the boat, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, good fish.
Yeah, it is.
He's fat, heavy. That's better than what we've been seeing.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see him. I know for the fact after last night, I know for the fact that we got plenty minnows in the lake.
Yeah, I agree with you,
Sure.
Bill.
Yeah.
All right, get him back and let's catch another.
Okay, old buddy.
All right, folks. Mike and I are back up here on the north here on Saturday afternoon. Bill's shoulder was bothering him. He couldn't make it, so Mike and I got together here, and we'll see what he can come up with. He started me out down here on this catfish hole, so he'll probably catch one. So stay tuned. Remember our sponsors, and let's go fishing.
All right, folks, Steve finally put one in the boat. All
Yeah.
we've done is jerk and miss them ever since we've been here.
Yep. Quit open your
We
mouth.
get him off, throw back, and maybe we get a few more.
Yeah, we sure have missed a bunch already.
Yeah.
All right, back in the water he goes, Mike.
Water, he's gone.
All right.
Show you how mean he is, the reason you can't hold on to him.
Yeah, there Mike is. It was a good keeper of largemouth.
Yeah, they want to bite you and flip and flop and carry on.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you
yeah,
ought to
I mean,
flip flop with them, Mike, and they won't be bouncing around.
Yeah, I'm going to let him go back.
All right, you put him back in the water. Good enough.
Okay, folks. Steve caught a small one there. Get him unhooked, we'll throw him back and let him grow up a little
God,
bit.
bum, Mike, them
You
bugs.
double hooked him down at the bottom there.
I know he's double hooked.
It went, threw him back through. Yeah,
Mm.
I kind of had problems with that last night too.
Mm.
Had one that double hooked like that.
God, bum.
There you go.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Okay.
Okay, Steve's got him a good little smallie there finally. Another
Yeah.
hit.
I tell you what, it's been a slow start, Mike.
Yeah, get back on that black there.
Slow start.
Good looking little smallie.
All right, back in the water.
Back in the water with it. Gone.
He's gone. All right, there's Mike with a good keeper largemouth.
Yeah.
Atta boy, Mike. Keep at him. All right. Well, I fooled him, Mike.
See, you got one in the boat finally.
Yeah, finally. It's been finally, all right.
It kind of seemed like they keep coming unhooked on him.
Yeah. Yeah, they ain't no doubt about it, Mike. They are coming unhooked on
That's
it.
a nice smallmouth, though. Nice smallmouth.
Yeah.
Still back on that black.
All right. Let's get him back in the water and try to get another.
Okay. That's good. See,
Well, now, come on now, Mike. I caught it that on the very next cast.
yeah.
Dang, you ain't giving me much credit.
Why's that?
I don't know.
Fish is trying to teach you something, but you won't listen.
Yeah. No, I can't listen to him.
You hit the spot lock in?
No, I didn't hit the spot lock. Let me hit.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, now, let's see if I can get this son of a gun unhooked, because he's double hooked there. There he is.
Evidently.
I know he is. I can see it there. Got it.
You got it, huh?
Yep.
All right.
If you don't tear my skirt off my jig here, we'll be in business. And then let's see where the heck that hook went right back in the same damn same place. Got him.
You got him, too.
Yeah. All right, back in the water.
Yeah.
There Mike is, caught a good fish now.
Yeah, nice smallmouth.
Yeah, sure is.
Throwed my jig out there when I got him in the net, so got lucky on that one.
All right, back in the water.
Back in the water.
All right, folks, we're back. We're back. Mike, I'm going to talk just a little bit about Bill and I there, what we had going on. We got started there right off the get-go, caught a fish or two, and just as it kind of was getting a little dark, not dark, but you could tell the light was going away, Bill and I had 3 bites within 20 feet, or the length of the boat, I guess, or maybe 2 lengths of the boat, 40 feet, of the 3 biggest smallmouth I've seen in that lake in a pretty good while. I hooked the first one, got it, and I said, dang, Bill, I said, that's a dandy. Well, I got that fish within about 10 foot of the boat, and he come out of the water, and I know he was 4 foot high. And it was a nice one. I mean, 4 pluser. Well, heck, it wasn't 2 casts. And Bill said, I said, you got him? He said, I got something, son. You know, I said, shoot, I know what it was. Well, I grabbed the dip net, stood up there for a minute, and all of a sudden that son of a gun come up out there about 10, 12 foot away from the boat, and it looked like he was like that. I mean, a whopper. And I said, golly, bum. And so I got back up on the front of the boat, and made a cast, and then made another cast, and had the third one, another dandy, done the same thing. Got that. Bill said, what can I do to help you? What can I do to help you? I said, let me get him a little closer here, and you hold this dip net in the water, and I'll drag him in the net. Well, heck, he got about 10 foot of the boat, and he come out of that water like a rocket, about 4 foot high, throwed that bait back at that jig right back at me, and said, bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 3 dandies right there within 2 boat lengths.
I'm going to have to quit showing you my hole.
Yeah, I guess you are. But I hated we missed them, but I was glad to see that there's still a few around, you know, and that kind of stuff. So
That's for sure. That's for sure.
let me get this call here. Hello, caller.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
And nothing much driving through that monsoon. I lost the show, so I thought I'd give you a holler real quick.
Yeah.
Did them messages I sent you come through?
Yeah, they did.
That come off the state website this afternoon. Should be enacted July 1 on both of them.
Okay. That sounds good. It was talking about the wake boats doing their thing at night. They can only do that from daylight to dark, and stay
Like
200 feet.
200 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, from the shoreline.
That means they don't need to be up in our part of the river up there.
Yeah, and that kind of thing. And then it had the point there about driving the boat under the influence of alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like out here in your car.
Exactly.
So,
It's my understanding from the way I read it and the way they had it on the news that it is exactly the same penalties as a car is now.
yeah, that's,
Same fines, fees, and lose your privileges, just like you do losing your license.
Well, he also said there on the radio there when they was talking to him there that if you got fined out on the water, it went on your driving record, the same as what it was if you'd been caught driving. So, you know, you get 1 or 2 times like that and they'll pull your license.
Yep, I think it's the second time, I believe it's what that little article said,
Yeah,
that you lost your license and you can't be back on the water operating, just like you can't be operating a car.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to check in with you, glad you guys caught some fish. Looks like Bill had a good time.
Yeah, he did. He surely did.
I think he caught more than you did too, but
Well,
won't be the first time, will it?
no, it won't be the first, and it won't be the last either.
Yeah, yeah. Our batting
All right,
average.
guys, just have a good evening.
All right, Jeff. Good to hear from you, buddy.
See you guys.
All right, see you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah, our batting average ain't been that good here lately.
No, we're way down. Yeah, we're just barely in 150, batting 150 because we just lose so many of them. But you know, we catch a few and lose a lot, which to me is fine and dandy because well, this means there's plenty of them in there.
Yeah. It means you got the right color on or something. I don't know.
It definitely something like to that for sure. We ought to be a crescent moon coming up tomorrow night.
Could be.
Yeah, I would think so. May not be, but it's got to be awful close. And but anyway, back to the fishing there. You know, we're throwing jigs. I've had better luck out of that dang. We didn't get to fish the weekend of the full moon. And so we were on the back side of the moon and at about quarter full. And the black and black seemed to be my best bait. You know, I had a one with a little bit of watermelon in it and then the green pumpkin, but the best I done was with the black and black.
Yeah. It ain't like I didn't try a lot of different colors either.
Yeah,
I did. I had several different ones I tried to catch maybe 1 or 2 on it or something, but it wasn't putting out like I thought it would.
Yeah. But you know, this weekend's going to be a big weekend on the lake. Jeff, any idea when they're going to put the fireworks off down the river this weekend?
I've heard tomorrow night and Saturday night. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
And the city of LaFollette will be doing some as well.
Okay.
Most of those will be over on the POW section.
All right.
In that area.
Okay. Good. Sequoia. They're going to
Be probably Shanghai and Springs both on the POW
pass
section.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Where I think them people come from down in Shanghai there last weekend.
Yeah, they was somebody shooting them off down the river there last Saturday night. Sure was. And Mike said, "Oh, it's over in LaFollette." I said, "No, Mike, it ain't LaFollette." Well, about an hour after they quit, here they come up the river. They headed back to Hickory Star and Lost Creek and you know, them kind of places there where they would have their boats anchored up or moored up, and that's where they were headed.
I was thinking Jacksboro area or something where you just looking back at it instead of on up toward La Follette or down towards the Sequoia or something was further down the lake.
Yeah.
But I think it was Shanghai that they shot it. Either that or Carroll or something over there, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I know they was shooting them off.
Yeah, there's a lot of flashing going on and the cloud cover too, you know, helped a whole lot. But, you know, it is a big weekend, celebration of our country, and you want to be careful out there.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people overload their boat.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay going down there. But whenever you throw, when you've got a loaded down boat and people running, you know, you're all gathered up in one place, you know, where if you're going down there to the fireworks by water, there might be 2 or 3 boats around you. But when you throw 15 or 20 running around, you know, and you've got an extra person or 2 in the boat, you really got to be careful. you know, you get swamped. I mean, pretty much. So you really want to have your life jackets on and be really careful about the load that you're carrying on your boat. And so what if you sit there for a few minutes and let it kind of calm down a little bit?
Yeah.
Be on the safe side.
I think Tazewell's got theirs going on, and I know I heard them say that Smokey's game over there Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, there's going to be a shooting fireworks off on all 3 nights over on that.
Well,
And Hickory Star, you'll be able to see them back over
Yeah.
that way.
well, there's no fish over at Smoky Stadium.
Well, I ain't, but I mean, you know.
I'm not. There's no fish. I'm not even going to put my boat in up there.
Yeah, there's
No.
a lot of them that goes over on Douglas, they watches them and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the lake. I'm gonna stay where there's water.
Cherokee over there.
Yeah.
Watch them, yeah.
I hope they have good luck at Smokies, but I'm not gonna put my boat in up there.
You don't know, you might be
No,
on Cherokee.
yeah, right. Maybe, but right now I'm planning on going back to Norris, and we fished up there over the years on 4th of July, and to about 1 o'clock. It's aggravating and it's rough. You stay away from the boat ramps and back in Mill Creek and up in Lost Creek and places like that till it calms back down. Then everybody's gone. You know, they're gone to bed or whatever, and then we've got about 4 or 5 hours of good fishing.
Yeah, the only bad part about it is it ain't no bright moonlight for them to run by because
Yeah.
they don't know where they're going in the dark.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that cuts it close. I will say that. There's no doubt about it. But the lake's about full, so everything ought to be in pretty good shape. Out in the middle where the humps and stuff are, should have plenty of water over them. So just want everybody to be safe and wear the life jackets and have a wonderful time.
That's true.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Okay, we've got about 12 minutes left, Mike.
Yeah.
How much film did you have?
I don't know. I didn't even look.
Didn't even look? Well, we better save it then.
Whatever.
Huh?
Whatever.
Okay.
Won't be too much because we let too many get away.
Yeah. Well, you know, we were talking about the baits that we were throwing. Now, Mike, let's hear about the heck, what'd you call that thing? That plastic bait you was throwing.
Oh, Z-Hog?
That Z-Hog, yeah, the Z-Hog. What's the deal with that?
Well, sometimes they hit it and sometimes they don't. You know, fishing green pumpkin on it and tried the watermelon on it. And I was doing fairly good with it. And sometimes use it as a trailer. But I tried the black and red the other night there when I was with you there. Caught a couple on that. You know, it just depends. It's a heck of a good bait if you just can find the right color on it. Black and blue, you know.
Yeah.
Different things like that. But yeah, I tried a black jig with red glitter with a black and red trailer behind it. Got a bump or two on it and had a fish or two on, but they come off.
Right. Well,
Staying with that water, kept throwing that watermelon with the red glitter in it. You get a hit every now and then on it. It done good, fairly decent there before dark. It seemed like it just about plumb quit there an hour after dark. And that's when I had to start changing up. Like I say, I throwed that black and gold there, like you was throwing.
Yeah.
Getting a few on that, but.
Well, you know, I caught a few on the black and blue, but I always lay it down and grab up that black and black, catch another one, and then 3 or 4 maybe, or get 3 or 4 bites on it, and grab the black and blue up and catch fish on it. Maybe not many, but I did catch 3 or 4, maybe 5 on it. but most of the fish that I hooked and or got into the boat was caught on that black and black.
The disappointing thing to me is kept going back trying that spinnerbait. It had several different ones in it, and I ain't got the first lick on the spinnerbait yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. I tried a few worms. Gary, he was throwing a worm there, and he caught a few on a little worm he was throwing.
Yeah.
I think that brush hog done the best for him. Watermelon red and that brush hog,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, that's that little old brush hog you'd think would be a killer.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
it's caught a lot of fish over the years behind a Carolina rig or throwing it with a bullet sinker or whatever. It's caught a lot of fish.
It sure has.
And you'd think it'd eat that thing up, but it's just as the light factor changes, the color of the crawdads change. We've seen them almost white with orange on their pinchers and that kind of thing when the moon was up real bright and a real bright green. Look almost like they're chartreuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the moon was out real bright, and then as the light factor goes away, their color changes.
Yeah, you look at them, it'd be watermelon, and then another time part of them would be that green pumpkin look to them. It'd be a little darker, and then at the same time it was just that black and red.
Yeah.
It's almost a plum red with the black mixed on it.
And have the dang other color there. I was thinking about a blue color to them.
Yeah.
And it's so that the moonlight has a lot of effect on the color of things up there on that lake. Not all lakes are the same, but that clear water on Norse is it just changes things, and as the darker the darker the night, the darker the bait seems like.
Yeah.
And because we've turned right around in the moonlight up there and thrown that blame
Pink.
Yeah. I put a black spinnerbait on with a pink chunk on it, or a black jig with a pink chunk. Look out, you're gonna get a bite. I promise you. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the deal is with that pink trailer, but you catch some fish on it, and some pretty good fish. Sure will. So the light factor that makes a lot of difference up there. The higher that moon gets,
Know exactly why it is, but you can look at the crawfish. I guess it's the dirt or the rocks or whatever it is up there. It's completely different than what it is when we was down Center Hill or over Dale Holler.
Mm-hmm.
When you see them crawfish down in there, them old Center Hill seem like they all had them little white streaks across their back.
Yeah.
Bone-looking colors, white. And Dale Holler's kind of crazy looking too.
Well, I think that them dang craw, they're a creature of the world, and they the good Lord put them here, and I think they, like Center Hill, it's got a lot of white granite rock, and them some guns will be brown with that, like you said, have a spot on their back.
Yeah,
white bars across the back of them there, and then you get to a lake like Watts Bar or that's a lot more mud, they kind of resemble the background that they're living in.
Yeah.
And
more the black and the brown down there.
Yeah, it sure is. And then Norse is different, the green and the blue and that kind of stuff. So
there's a big difference in the watercolor too between.
Exactly right. It makes a lot of difference. Yeah.
Yours.
Sure does. So anyway, we're going to get off of here. We definitely thank Jeff Parrott for coming by and being with us tonight. We do want to wish all of you a very safe and happy 4th of July. And remember to be aware of your surroundings, have your life jackets on when you're traveling, and just be safe and be careful.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna let you shoot no fireworks off no more either.
No, shucks, I forgot what it was. What was you doing? Shooting them, throwing them bottle rockets up, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that's what you was doing. Lighting them bottle rockets and throwing them up. Yeah. Yeah. I remember you doing that. And then you set that off in my truck. Yeah. Okay. So that just goes to show you, Mike, you don't need to be foolish when you're fooling around with fireworks.
That's right. Be safe.
Be safe. God bless you all. Have a safe and happy 4th of July. We'll see you next week. All right. Hey, folks, we're over here at Edgemore Outdoors and got Vance back here. They've got a new selection of, what is this called now, Vance?
This is all queen tackle.
Queen tackle, okay.
It's all tungsten. They got tungsten weights, flipping weights. They got drop shot weights. All the jigs are all tungsten heads. There's
Yeah.
flipping jigs, football jigs. There's swim jigs down here too. That's all of it's tungsten. There's
yeah.
shaky heads right here.
Okay,
That's
all
just
tungsten
got all
stuff.
this in it.
Well, Vance got my attention with one thing. He's got, you can take any jig. Vance, get some of
the
those bills.
chatterbait now.
The chatterbait bills?
These aren't tungsten, but you can take this little chatterbait here and you can make a jig or a
Any
swim
jig,
bait,
swim bait,
any kind of
that you're
head.
throwing
or
and
chatterbait.
put a shaky head on it.
Yep.
Son of a gun. I was just wondering how long that was going to take.
They've got different sizes in the blades there. There's
Yeah.
silver, gold, and black.
Silver, gold, and black, different sizes in the blades, and like you said, you can take a white jig that you're flipping and put that dang bill on it, and you
Yep.
got you a chatterbait.
That's right.
Well, I wish me and you had thought of that. Folks, listen, do get by here, Edgemore Outdoors. Just swing around here, look at, gosh, I mean, man, the racks are hanging full of stuff, line, oil, just everything in the world here at Edgemore Outdoors. Jim and his crew would be more than glad to help you find what you need back here on on the thing. I mean, it's just I just hadn't had a chance to get over here. I've been wanting to come by and make a new film, advertisement for Edgemore Outdoors, and we just thank you for their support here over the years, keeping the show going, and it's just row after row of tackle, baits, plastics, crappie stuff, catfish stuff. They've got live bait, reels, rods. I mean, it's just if you're looking